protest, practice your right to your freedom of speech, to your freedom of protest, but just keep it peaceful. And it has been peaceful. Now, the Northern California Coalition for Just Immigration Reform organized that 3-day march, that 3-day walk from Vacaville to Sacramento. They left Davis this morning. And again, this was just a coincidence. They had this scheduled well in advance before what has been going on in Los Angeles. And it was more than 200 migrant workers and families that walked from Vacaville to the state capital today, arriving to bring attention to immigrant rights. And we did catch up with the organizer of that walk as they arrived here at the Capitol, and this is what she told me this afternoon. Coincidentally, you were doing this march, and this happened. When you started hearing about what was going on in the National Guard and now the Marines, what were you guys talking about? Did that make you feel more empowered? Or?
Oh, absolutely. It gave us more will to continue. You know, it was hot out there. Many of us had blisters. There were families out here with teenagers and babies and children. So it gave people more strength, more courage to continue to walk in the name of peace and dignity in our families.
Are we going to get it, people?
Yes, and that is what they are trying to spread the message here, keeping those families together, keeping people here in California, and again, their peaceful march the past 3 days as it continues here today, hearing from elected officials, from protesters, from demonstrators, again, all united to bring attention that they want to get ICE out of communities, that they want the raids to stop, they want the National Guard to stand down, as well as the Marines. And again, they are going to keep bringing that message out as long as they can, is what they're telling me. And that rally, of course, continuing here at the state capitol. Reporting live in Sacramento, Michelle Bandua, KCRA 3 News.
Michelle, thank you. And people are holding protests against ICE all across the country. This is a look at some of the demonstrations we're seeing in Chicago, Washington, D.C., Houston, Texas, Tampa, Florida, Atlanta, Georgia, and Raleigh, North Carolina. They are protesting the ICE raids in Los Angeles. They also oppose the charges now filed against David Huerta, the president of the California branch of the Service Employees International Union, who was taken into ICE custody on Friday. He was released today on $50,000 bail. Huerta made his first court appearance today. Again, he was released from custody, but the SEIU president was charged with conspiracy to impede an officer.
KCRA 3's Ryan Curry joins us live in San Francisco, where union groups statewide are calling for those charges to be dropped. So I know you're looking into this. What have you learned?
Well, good evening. The labor union leaders who I spoke with are furious that he was arrested in the first place, and they're calling for charges to be dropped immediately. They're calling what happened to him and what happened over the weekend from the Trump administration an overstep of federal authority.
Free! Free! Free!
You hear those chants. That was from this afternoon in front of the California State Building in downtown San Francisco. Union leaders from all over the Bay Area came to protest Huerta's arrest. They feel what the Trump administration is doing is attacking innocent workers and protesters for standing up to ICE arrests from over the weekend. Now, according to a federal complaint, immigration officers were conducting a search warrant at a business in Los Angeles. They believe investigators claim that Huerta and other protesters blocked officers from doing that search. They claim he organized the protest and refused to move out of the way after they told him to move. Then, according to the complaint, they arrested him. Huerta was released, as mentioned, on $50,000 bond, and he spoke right after his appearance.
We should be fighting against the evil, in my opinion, that is happening right now in this moment in time in this country. And I do want to say, nothing will be resolved with violence. Violence begets violence. We need to be able to have, our movement needs to be one of nonviolence.
It is totally unfathomable to think that we have a government that would turn against and attack its own people. And that is what's happening right now. And we will not stand for it.
Now, these labor leaders here in San Francisco are in solidarity with ones down in Los Angeles. They are planning on protesting themselves up here in San Francisco. But just like Huerta mentioned, they are also planning and urging everyone around them to remain nonviolent. For now, reporting live in San Francisco, Ryan Curry, KCRA 3 News.
So, Ryan, what do we know about what's next for Huerta?
This was just an initial appearance for him. We know he posted bail. We know he was released, but he has not entered a plea yet. That will have to come at a later date during his arraignment.
Ryan Curry live in San Francisco tonight. Thank you so much. And Republican lawmakers are supporting the president's action. Congressman Kevin Kiley posting on social media saying, quote, if Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom would rather ICE not conduct targeted immigration operations, there's a simple solution. Stop sanctuary cities, cooperate with federal authorities.